Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and welcome to the Karey Carbaugh podcast, episode number 38. Buenas noches, damas y caballeros, chicos y chicas, niños de todas edades, y bienvenidos a el Karey Carbaugh podcast, número 38. Welcome. I'm a little later than normal. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Karey Carbaugh, and this is the Karey Carbaugh podcast. I'm a bit later than usual. As you can probably tell, I'm not in my normal surrounding. I'm actually meeting with a group of friends this weekend to help put on a conference, a personal development conference. And that's actually some of what I wanted to talk with you about tonight. We were gathering and having some social time together, and the time kind of got away from me, plus I'm in a different time zone. And anyway, here we are. We're a little later than normal, but I do appreciate you joining me, whether live or on the replay. If you're joining me live, if you could put an L or the word live in the comments. If you're catching this on the replay, drop an R or the word replay in the comments. And let me know if you're getting value from this at any point along the way with a V or the word value. Tonight's going to be a little bit shorter than usual, partly because we're getting a late start, and partly because we've got a busy couple of days coming up. But I didn't want to miss this. I thought about skipping it and either trying to do it another day or skipping it entirely this week and just catching up next week, but I didn't want to do that to you all. I've had a lot of you have been real supportive and have been consistently supporting me through these, so I wanted to jump on here at least for a brief conversation. So thanks for joining me. I don't see anybody joining me live yet, but I'm sure hopefully there'll be a few people. As I say, I know it's late, even for those that are back in Colorado or on the West Coast. It's definitely later than usual. But welcome in, and again, I appreciate all of your support. What I wanted to talk with you about a little bit tonight, as you can tell from the podcast, is giving back is good for the soul. And that's one of the things that we as a group, this group that I'm here with this weekend, or this upcoming weekend, one of the things that we do, and as I was thinking about a topic for this evening, it kind of hit me this afternoon. One of the things that we do is we try to leave the cities that we visit for these conferences in better shape than we found them. Maybe you've heard this adage growing up that it's always better to leave a place better than you found it. And I don't know about you, but I've found over the years that I gain a lot of personal satisfaction by giving back to other people. And that's really what this group is largely about, both in serving our community through these events, but also in serving the communities we visit. One of the things we try to do is on the day following the event, it doesn't always work out, but on the day following the conference, we do a service project in the community. Sometimes that's been serving a school and helping to clean up, helping to paint, that kind of stuff. We've also done Boys and Girls Clubs events where we've cleaned up or we've painted, we've gardened. There's even been a few times in the past where we've done some activities with the kids. I remember one year we did a Halloween party or a kind of a fall festival with some of the kids in Las Vegas at a Boys and Girls Club that we visited. So there's been a variety of different types of service that we've done, but in spite of the differences, the one thing that's been consistent is this giving back to the community and this feeling of fulfillment in doing so. And we've always received a lot of appreciation from the groups that we serve, which is rewarding, but that's not why we do it. The reason we do it is to give back to either kids that are disadvantaged or homeless people, other types of groups of people who just need a little bit of a positive boost. And I think that's, as a lot of these podcasts have focused on self-fulfillment and self-esteem. And to me, at least, that's a big part of self-esteem. This whole idea of lifting others up. Because if we're positive and we're doing what we should be doing, but other people around us are struggling, it doesn't do anybody any good to ignore that struggle. And the other thing that hit me as I was thinking about this topic is that unfortunately, because of the world we live in, it's getting harder and harder to find groups, particularly for a one-time service like what we do. It's getting harder and harder to find groups that will let us come in and serve. Partly because they don't know us, we're strangers, and partly because more and more groups are requiring a higher level of background checks, of applications. You have to fill out waivers saying you won't sue them if you get injured. We become a very litigious society, which unfortunately makes it difficult for those who want to be a positive influence and give back to the community. And so that's something that we've had to overcome and figure out. We've done a reasonable job of that, but it's a struggle. And so I don't know if you've experienced that in your own life, if you've tried to give back. Maybe that's something you've experienced, that it's difficult to find organizations who will allow or accept the service you're trying to offer. If you have, let me know that by dropping a comment in the comments down below. And once again, if you've gotten value from any of this, let me know that. It's always great for me to see who's getting value from these topics. If you could let me know where you're tuning in from, that's also interesting for me to see the reach that these podcasts have had. I've had people from Mexico. I've had a couple people from Europe that have watched this on occasion. It's just fun for me to see where you all are coming in from. And so as we bring this in for a landing, that's pretty much the topic that I had for you tonight. But I didn't want to skip it. Like I say, it's a little shorter topic than some. But I think it's an important topic. And I think it's something that we all can gain something from in terms of our own self-esteem and in terms of lifting up those around us. So as I close out here today, once again, this has been the Karey Carbaugh Podcast, and I really do appreciate all of your support and your tuning in to watch this, whether live or on the replay. If you'd like to be added to my email list, I am starting to compile an email list for some more private type events. I would be grateful to add you to my list. You can drop the word email in the comments and I'll reach out to you to get your email address from you, or you can direct message me on Facebook or Instagram, just at Karey Carbaugh on either of those platforms, and I will be glad to add you to my email list. And with that, if you've enjoyed this podcast, in the words of one of the podcasters that I watch, like if you do, and leave a comment down below. So thank you very much. And again, this has been the Karey Carbaugh Podcast. Until we jump on here again next week, make it a blessed week and be a blessing to someone around you. Thanks for watching and have a great evening. Goodbye for now.